All right, welcome to Omaha Places, the podcast. I'm Delaney, your host and the digital content coordinator for Omaha Places.
And I'm Megan. I am the social media specialist for 402 Social, which is the agency side of Omaha Places.
We like to talk about the cool things that the cool places we've gone. We're going to answer some listener questions, and then we're going to give you a little sneak peek of what's coming up this week.
Cool.
So, Megan, what have you been up to?
Well, I just got back in town from being out in Charleston. So I haven't really been anywhere this past weekend, but I do have some stories from a few places I've been recently. And I would say Sips on 10th is a place that I visited a couple months ago. It was for their happy hour, and it was one of the first times I've gone. And I'm kind of new to drinking, so I didn't really know like a martini. Like I don't really know and understand what those things mean. So I ordered a martini because it was happy hour and it was what was under it. And he asked me if I wanted it dirty or with a lemon twist. And I was like, like I'm not too sure if I like olive brine. So I'm kind of scared of that. So I was like, oh, an olive or the lemon twist. That kind of sounds good because I was like, maybe it'll be like a lemon cocktail type. And then they brought the martini to our table, and you, like, should have seen the look on my face. I was, like, basically staring at myself the whole time, and, back at my boyfriend, I was like, "This is, like, straight alcohol," and he was like, "Oh, yeah, like, lemon twist is
Just,
literally just the
just a
twist of a
lemon
lemon."
peel,
See, but you probably know because you work
because
at.
I bartend.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
but I am so new to these things other than, like, the seltzers and everything, so I had to chase my martini with, like, a little baby cheeseburger slider. So, like, I was sipping my martini, and then I'd eat a bite of a hamburger really quick, and I just felt so baby in that moment, like, I was like, "Oh, I should not do this again."
I had struggled to make martinis right when I started bartending because I wasn't sure like how to make them. I'm like, this is literally just like 3 ounces of
Yeah,
alcohol. And then people are very specific about how they want the martini. So
yeah.
that's kind of funny. But espresso martinis, usually a safe bet if
Yes,
you've
I
never
like
had a
those.
martini before.
I've decided I've liked those, and I've liked, like, Cosmos. Are they, like, similar to the martini or no?
Kind of, but it's typically more vodka most of the time,
Okay,
and then
I
it
need to
has
take a course
cranberry.
from
It
you.
has a lot more, like, different things that you put in it than, like, a martini would.
Okay.
But, yeah.
That makes more sense. Well, now I know, and I've been to Sips on 10th a couple times after, and it's actually a pretty cool place. Connor just went there,
They always have
like,
themed
a week ago.
brunches.
Yeah, they're having one, like, every weekend, I feel
Yep,
like, in the upcoming months.
yep, and I can't even remember what theme it is, but Connor went to the Taylor Swift one,
Yeah.
and those
Um,
always look fun.
yeah, it was super good. And another place that I've been to recently was Urbane Spa and Day Salon or Urbane Salon. Wait, hold on. Urbane Salon and Day Spa, and I had this little spa day for my birthday because I had a couple of gift cards that I had to use up that I've gotten for gifts, and I was like, "Sure," like, I heard that they have good massages, read the reviews, and then I booked a spa package because now I feel like I'm in the era of my birthday not being, like, a crazy chaotic moment. It's like, I kinda wanna, like, take a break from everyone and just, like, rest, so I booked their spa package, and it was 4 hours, and I got a 60-minute massage, 60-minute facial, and a mani and pedi, and then I also got, like, a little, like, lunch, which was, like, a charcuterie board. It was so cute, I
Cute.
felt like such a little princess, like, it was truly the best time, and it lasted 4 hours, so that was something that I thought was the
Wow.
best experience. I've never had, like, a official massage before.
I've never even been to a spa, I don't think. Well,
Yeah.
I did go to one of those, sensory deprivation tanks when I was in
Oh.
Oklahoma, and it's where, like, you're just
Like
in a
water?
black pod floating.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
But I think it'd be cool to find a place here because I need to try it again. I really didn't, like,
I think
get
they
into it the way that I wanted.
I think there is a place in Omaha.
I think it's out, like,
I don't wanna say anything
I
wrong.
know where it is, but I'm not good at directions.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that was, like, the best time ever.
Yeah, I love that.
You should definitely check them out. They're
I will check
downtown,
them
by
out.
the way.
Yeah, and I guess some places that I've been, I went to Ceremony, which is a new boutique in Benson. And I
Mm.
walked by them and I was like, "Oh, just what Benson needed, a cute little store." It used to be where the Book Nook was, if you know where that is. But I was looking for outfits for junk stock a few weeks ago,
Oh, yeah.
and I found the cutest, like, blue and white checkered pants there, but they have tons of, like, vintage apparel, reworked clothing, new clothing, good for, like, business casual or, like, just some fun pieces to
Mhm.
put together.
What did you wear to junk stock that you got from that place?
Yeah, the blue checkered pants, cause I was,
Was I
like,
with you
perfect
that
for
day?
Alice
No.
in Wonderland theme.
Oh, yes. Was
Like
that your day that you filmed alone?
mhm,
Okay, okay, that makes sense
yeah.
why I didn't see it.
So I was like I took a little picture in the mushroom with my blue pants on. It was super cute,
Aw,
but Ceremony is a really good spot for literally if you're looking for, like, a standout piece or just something to kind of blend in
yeah.
at, like, a business casual function.
Is that on
Definitely
that,
cute.
like, main drag of Benson?
Yes, and it's also owned by the same woman who owns 5 9, the stationery
Mm,
card place. They have cute stuff. We're gonna be doing a feature on
cool,
them as well,
cool.
but the ceremony one's posted, so check it out for sure. And then I also checked out Elevate Cycling last week, and I've never been to a cycling place. I think I just always had, like, this weird anxiety about those type of classes for some reason. Have you ever
Mhm.
been to a cycling class?
No. I've taken, like, a couple Peloton classes, and I feel like I was severely humbled. Like, I was like, "Oh," they're like, "Crank it up." I was like, "I can't," but I was like, I was lucky to be home, like
I think you basically have control over your own thing,
Yeah.
but that community was just super welcoming and super
Yeah.
friendly, and I was like, "I've never been here before," or to a cycling class in general, and they were like, "Oh, let's sign you up for, like, 5 classes." And
Oh,
I was
cool.
like, "Oh, that's so nice." But, yeah, they have shoes for you, they have a great community of people to kinda help you, and then they'll help you set up as well if you've never been to a cycling place and wanna try it.
I've always seen, like, the influencers post, like, when they're on the bikes and they're, like, doing, like, the
Uh-huh,
and
and
it
that's what
looks
it is.
so cool.
It's
It looks
such
like
a
a little
vibe.
rave.
Yeah, it's such a vibe in there. The music is loud and always good, and then it's dark. So
Yeah,
if you
I
don't wanna
kinda
look
love
at
that.
yourself or you don't want other people seeing you, it's pretty chill space where you don't
Yeah,
have to worry about that sort of thing. Yeah,
that's
definitely check out Elevate Cycling.
is that they also have, like, a couple different branches?
Mhm, they have a med
Uh,
spa, and then they have a stretch and cryotherapy business that they also do, and
cool.
the stretch and cryotherapy business is right next to the cycling, so that makes sense, but
Where'd you say it was?
Rockbrook Village.
Oh, cool.
I didn't say, thank
Ah.
you.
I was like, "Maybe I'll check out some cycling."
No, seriously, it's, like, a good plan, and then you'll see, like, the same faces from all the businesses, at least that was
Really?
my, like, situation. I was like, "Oh, I remember seeing you yesterday. Good to see you again."
Yeah, because you filmed all of them, right?
Yes, all in 2 days.
Wow.
That was fun.
Okay, let's jump into some
Ooh, listener
reader Yeah,
questions.
there you go. Have kind of a long one, but mine is the best date spots for teens and young adults when you're not old enough to drink. And I was saying I'm kind of biased to downtown. I grew up, like, nearby downtown, so, like, that's where we always went as kids. So I feel like you really can't go wrong piecing together a night with, like, an activity downtown, a restaurant, and then, like, a dessert place, like, 'cause it's all kinda compacted and it's nice to just park your car and then be able to, like, walk around. Um, but some places that come to mind is Hollywood Candy. It is, I don't know the cross streets.
It's if you
It's
know where Ted and
Jackson?
Wally's is, it's like
Yeah.
yeah, right? Catty corner from
Yes,
it.
catty cornered from it. But yeah, Hollywood Candy's down there, and it's kinda cool down there. You can, like, walk through and shop the candy, and there's, like, a ton of different decor for sale. I don't know if it's necessarily for sale, but there's a ton of decor and, like, other fun, like, pieces, and there's a little diner in there that you can get ice cream in, and they also sell, like, a bunch of random, like, vendor stuff. It seems like they have, like, little
Okay.
booths and vinyls, and they also have, like, a little movie theater, but
All in that big red building?
yeah, have you ever been?
No, I've never been.
Oh my gosh, Hollywood Candy is so cool that
I
I,
see
like,
it.
grew up in there, and then a recent thing, like, kind of recent, they added the pinball machine game room, so you can go in there and play pinballs, and you just, like, get quarters,
Oh,
and you can play in there.
fun.
Yeah, so, like, you could, like, peek a movie, you could spend, like, 2 hours in there if you really wanted to.
I just was always like, "Oh, somebody's having a party. I should, like, put together some fun candy that you can't, like, normally buy at a store, and I'll check out
Yeah.
that place."
They
But
have the best candy too. I got some for my birthday one time. I was doing like a sleepover themed night,
cute.
and I went to Hollywood Candy and bought a ton of like nostalgia candy.
You always have the cutest birthday parties.
I've slimmed down this year. This past year, like I said, I went to the spa. But the next one is Ted and Wally's, like what we just mentioned. It's diagonally across from Hollywood Candy. And they also have a place in Benson, but they have really good ice cream. It's kind of like a cool vibe in there. I don't really know how to like describe it, but they have like this old barrel too that has like the salt that helps make the ice cream. I don't really know the process.
And they
So,
always have cool flavors. Like, it's not
yes.
your typical things that you'll get at
Yeah.
other places. They're always kind of fun, and they change all the time.
Yeah. And it's always busy for good reason. It's so good.
The one in Benson has a taste of New Orleans in it.
Really? I haven't
People
been
make
to
fun of
it.
me for the way I say it. Orleans.
I would say it like that.
Okay.
Maybe it's
Some
because 'cause we're
people
from Iowa.
yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that place has a restaurant inside it. I don't think the one downtown does. But if you wanted to
Oh, yeah,
hit
I
2
didn't
in
know that.
1, stop by the Ted and
Okay.
Wally's in Benson.
I didn't even know that there's a Ted and Wally's in Benson until I was going to Yoshitomo in Benson, and then I was like, "Is that Ted and Wally's? Are you serious?" Like, I just had no idea. Benson's kinda, like, foreign to me
When I picked
till
the place I
recently.
lived, I knew it had to have live music venues, and I knew it had to have ice cream. Those were my 2 things.
Yeah.
And, like, a walkable coffee shop to hang out at,
Yeah.
and it has all 3.
Do you ever go to, like, the Benson First Fridays?
Yes, and I'm going to the June one so that I can cover it so other people can, like,
Oh,
find out what that's
cool.
like. But yeah, I'm excited.
Cool.
It's super fun, and there's so many vendors there.
I've been meaning to hit one of those up. Um, the next idea is like a picnic in the park. Since like the park has just been redone, you can do like Heartland or like the whole riverfront area, really. And like I've done a couple picnics where you just can go to the grocery store and make something at home and then bring it with you. It's kind of like a budget friendly thing if you're not trying to spend a whole lot downtown. And the people watching is great because it's always so packed downtown because they have like the fun little like water
Mhm.
exhibits and they have like the big fountain, which they just turned on
Yeah,
from
I
the
saw
winter.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's so exciting, and then they have, like, the skate stuff, so I guess you can do all of that
And
within
they
the evening.
and they do also have food trucks sometimes.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
if
and they
you
have,
run
like,
into a food truck, then
different events. If you follow them on Instagram, they'll post, like they do, like, free classes with Lotus Yoga
yep.
and also with the Y.
I think it's on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah, yeah. I've been meaning to check one of those out. And then as far as, like, a bar vibe, like, if you're trying to feel adult without, like, being around too many, like, younger people, I guess. Jewel on Capitol just opened up. We just posted a video on that on the Omaha Places account, and it's right in the Capital District, and they offer live music. It used to be, like, jazz, but now it's just kind of, like, all
All
over the
genres,
place.
yeah.
Yeah, and there's no cover charge, and there's no age restriction. So
And also, you can get really good mocktails because when I went there,
really?
I got a mocktail.
Is that what you really got? Ho
Mhm.
like,
I
was it,
just got
like
the Blue Note, but as a mocktail, and it was delicious.
I'm kind of interested in mocktails lately. I feel like it's like a fun,
Oh, it
like,
is.
summer drink. I feel like they don't use. I feel like up until recently, mocktails have gotten really big because I feel like it wasn't as, like,
I think
popularized to, like,
yeah.
enjoy a drink that was, like, crafted without it being like a pop.
It has to be made a certain way. I learned this at Dry Spokes when I was there, probably in, like, maybe a little after January, but it has to have, like, a weight to it of the drink. It can't just be like you know how juice, you can chug that? Like, a
Mhm.
actual real mocktail is
Okay.
still, like, something you kinda have to sip, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
So do they add, like, a base to it or, like, what is, like, their
Sometimes they'll
go-to?
add a non-alcoholic liquor to it, which gives it that weight. Otherwise, you can mix I think you always have to have, like, a soda mixture or a Sprite, something bubbly to
Okay.
kinda keep people from drinking it too fast, and then, yeah, something I don't know.
I've saved a couple on TikTok, and I thought it was funny because the girl that was saying it, she was, like, a LA, like, chef that
Mhm.
was, like, showing mocktails, and she's like, "Some of my sober curious clients," and,
I
like,
love
people
the
were
term
like
sober
they were
curious.
laughing at it. They're like, "That's so LA," and I'm like, "That is so true," and then when I was in Charleston this past weekend, they had a menu, and it said "For sober curious," and I was like, "Oh my gosh," and so I took a
I love
picture.
it.
I know, it's kinda cute, like, it gives, like, its whole new vibe.
I went to the Stuffed Olive when I was doing dry January, and I had to get, like, the martinis, obviously, but I didn't wanna drink any of them. I think I just took, like, a little sip because I felt bad.
The guilt.
And then I was like, I'm just I like them, they're very good, but I'm on dry January, so I can't drink them. But I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
and thank you so much.
Another time, you'll have to go
Another
back.
time, yeah, for sure.
Um, and that's really what I have for, like, fun little date night ideas if you're under 21, in the old market.
But I always recommend, the Luminarium as well.
Yes, I
I've
was gonna
mentioned that a
say.
few times, but that's a perfect place, and you think it's just like a science museum and maybe wouldn't be fun, but a super, like, good place to get to know somebody, especially
Yeah,
on a first date.
and they do, like, date night things, aren't they, like, on Thursday nights or
Yeah,
something?
but
They
they're
did for a
18
while.
plus.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay, well, if you're 18 plus, that's a good date idea. And I was gonna say some quick mentions would be, like, the Fat Putters before, like, a certain time, I think it's, like, 5 or
6.
6, yeah. It's, no age restriction up until that time, so you could go there and have, like, a little putt-putt party. And then the Old Market passageway, it's, like, kind of a fun spot to take pictures, and sometimes they have that little garden in the back that's open. Have you ever seen that? Where it
Yeah.
has, like, all the horoscope, like, heads?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also a fun one for, like, pics
I get
and
mad
just.
when you take pictures back there. Like,
Oh,
I've seen
really?
signs and stuff. I'm like,
Oh.
"That's not
It
nice."
has been a minute since I've been there, but.
Oh, I guess the question that I chose this week was best places for live music on the weekends.
Yay.
And this used to be my, like, bread and butter. And now I've just, like, for some reason, not after I moved to Benson and have been right next to all the live music venues, I stopped going to live music.
No.
But Benson, I had to shout out the Waiting Room, Reverb Lounge. The Sydney sometimes has music, especially on Benson First Friday, and a Hearty Coffee will also have music. And then I think now
Oh.
that it's summertime, they'll have an outdoor music thing as well.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah, the outdoor ones are a blast.
I need to head up to
Exarban.
Benson.
Hmm?
I
Yeah,
need to
you
head to
do.
Benson. I had no idea.
It's the place to be. It's so, like, underrated for no reason. But maybe that's just because it's close to me. Exarban Sunny's has a long list of DJs. It's all on their Instagram. I think it's, like, every weekend, I wanna say, DJs or live bands. West O, I think of Barnado.
Mhm. That's a good
They have
one.
live music every weekend along with, the Slowdown downtown. Jewel on Capitol, Fridays and Saturdays, they'll be open. They'll have a different array of people, so you can, try out a few
Yeah.
different genres if you've never listened to them before. Concerts, there's always some at CHI, Steelhouse, the Admiral. Other stuff, live music at the Red Lion every Tuesday and Wednesday. I know that's a weekday, but
Mhm.
check that out. And then North Omaha Music and Art always has jazz and underground sessions on Mondays and
Really?
Wednesdays, and I've been meaning to check that out actually.
I love a good jazz.
Yeah. Well, it just looks fun, and it's just kind of like a chill, small, intimate thing.
Yeah,
So, I kinda wanna get in there with my camera and, show you
yeah,
guys.
for
Free
sure.
concerts coming up. The night market will be this weekend. Jazz on the Green starts July 11th, and then Playing with Fire, the concert series, will be at Jean Leahy Mall,
Mhm.
sometime in July. So that's some fun stuff to look forward to, and it's all
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, and Blackstone has their 2nd Saturday every month where they have businesses all around Blackstone bring in live music. So if you're, like, free any 2nd Saturday of any month, you can check out their Instagram page, and they usually have a lineup of places and who's performing at each place. And then also there's, like, Meatball After Dark there too.
Oh, yeah, Meatball After Dark. I love Meatball After Dark. If you haven't been there yet, check it out because it is so much fun. Don't they always have do they always have karaoke, or is it
The first
live
time
music?
I went, it was, like, their, like, opening night or
Mhm.
whatever, and they had live music. They had this there's this one band, I keep seeing them. I've seen them at, like, um, the Dubliner, I've seen them at Barnado, and I've seen them at Meatball After Dark. I can't remember their name right now, but there's 3 of them, and they're so good every single time, and I also saw them at the farmer's market downtown, and it was so good. But maybe if I
I
remember the
I went
name.
for Taylor Swift karaoke, so that was fun too.
Yeah. Are they still doing karaoke?
They might still be doing karaoke. I just don't think it's Taylor Swift themed
Didn't
anymore.
they do like 5 weeks of Taylor Swift
It was
karaoke?
a lot of weeks. So many.
Love it.
All right, so events happening this weekend. Let's let you guys know. Megan, do you want to start
Well,
us off?
first off, late night at the zoo is starting up this weekend, tomorrow. Um, it's back for the first time since the fall is when they closed, but it is from 7 to 10:30 p.m. It's 21 plus event, but your ticket comes with a drink ticket as well, which the ticket altogether is $28. And it's kind of fun of like to hang out as adults at the zoo, which is like it kind of brings you back to nostalgia in a way. Especially because like there's no kids. Not that there's anything wrong with
There's
that,
nothing
but
wrong with kids, but it's just nice to have a time of your own for sure.
yeah, like it's kind of hard sometimes to find adult only areas that aren't bars. But it's also cool because the animals kind of come alive at night.
At least the ones that you can miss during the day, it's nice to see them at a
Yeah.
different time of day. So,
I thought I also saw recently that they're doing like a kids night at the zoo where it's
oh,
it's on like a Saturday night too. It's till like 8 or 9
yeah,
maybe.
not as late.
Yeah, but that's something if you do have kids and you want to take them at night, that's an
How
option.
can it be kids only if there's adults
Not like
there?
kids only, but kids.
A kids night.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
kids allowed. But
Kids allowed late night.
the late nights, they have, like, a bunch of food truck vendors too, so you can eat there and you could just hang out there the whole time, and it's one of the best nights
Yeah,
out.
it's so much fun.
Thursday is like the new Saturday.
Yep. Thirsty Thursday.
And then other events that are happening this weekend is the drive-in movies at Falconwood Park in Bellevue. That's also tomorrow night and Friday night, and they will be playing Dazed and Confused tomorrow night and Twilight on Friday night. So you'll probably catch me at Twilight, but it's $5 a person, and they have different food vendors as well, and they have a little cabin/hut where you can buy, like, drinks and popcorn and other snacks too. So, you
Fun.
technically don't have to bring anything. I don't think you're allowed to bring.
Probably not.
Definitely not any outside alcohol, but
Yeah, that makes sense.
not
I've
sure
never
about
been
food or
there,
drinks.
but it looks really fun. I keep promoting it.
I am an avid, like, drive-in movie person. I always like my dad is probably so sick of me asking to borrow his truck because I just love going. It's such a good time, and they, like, have a loudspeaker so you don't have to, like, play it through your car
Oh,
anymore.
that's nice.
Yeah, because I used to have to bring my own little speaker and play it, but they have it loud enough, like, if you're close enough, which is, like it doesn't usually get super packed, but you can come as you please, like, and leave, and sometimes they do, like, double header nights, like, for Halloween, they did, like, a Scream night, and then after that, they played Halloween. So, like, it was, like, back to back, like,
Fun.
spooky movies.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, it was such a good time.
Some other things that are happening this weekend is Moulin Rouge is going to be at the Orpheum Theater. And I don't know about you, but I'm super excited about that. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But if you don't know what it is, have you watched it?
No, I haven't.
It's
I
basically
honestly
like
thought
bohemian people like meet aristocrats, and then it's like there's a lot of dancing and um just really great singing, but
I honestly had
costumes.
no idea that it was a movie. I was thinking of Moulin Rouge as in, like, in Paris, you know how,
It
like,
is
the
in Paris, yeah.
Okay, so it's a movie
Mhm.
based on that, or they
It's
made
based in
Moulin
Paris.
Rouge?
It's basically, yeah, like courtesans, I think that's how you say it.
Beats me.
Yeah, they meet these men, but then it's all about love and truth and beauty, and it's just a gorgeous production, really.
Okay, I'll probably have to watch it, but I do wanted to go. I saw that yesterday when I was walking to Modus, and I saw that they had, like, the Orpheum signage up.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm really excited for that.
Are
So
you
that's
going for Omaha
happening through
Places?
June 2nd. Yep. Well, no, I'm actually going with my mom. She has, Broadway season tickets, but
Oh,
I think
yeah, you told me that.
yeah. Yeah, it's a good show. It'll be happening through June 2nd, so definitely stop by, check it out. And then the night market in Turner Park is happening May 31st. Um, it'll be happening 3 more times throughout the summer each month.
Oh, it's not like a
Um,
weekly thing.
nope, just monthly, I believe. There'll be over 40 vendors, live music, life-size chalk coloring book. That sounds fun. And other outdoor games, and then the restaurants in Midtown Crossing will also be having food and drinks for the
Cool.
people there. So, yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, well, I think that's all we have for this episode. Like, subscribe, leave us a review anywhere you listen to podcasts. Bye.
Bye.
A Huda Media Production.